Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and what we're going to be doing with this video is entering Prestige Master in Black Ops 2 for the second time. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, I have not only made it to Prestige Master in Black Ops 2 once, but I have now done it twice. And what we're going to be doing with this video is actually showing you guys me entering Prestige Master, as well as showing you guys my stats, showing you guys my combat record, all the weapons I like to use, my career class, and all that stuff that you typically would see with an entering Prestige video. I've done a number of these videos here on my channel so far, and we're going to be following generally the same format. But before we get into that, I would like to talk to you guys a little bit about the backstory as to how all this kind of transpired, because you're probably thinking to yourself, like, entering Prestige Master twice? Like, what? Why? And so this is the whole backstory about this. So way back in 2012, when Black Ops 2 was initially released, I ended up getting Prestige Master. I loved the game. I played it so ridiculously much. I ended up getting Prestige Master by Christmas that year. So the game had been out for like a month and a half, and during that month and a half, I had put in like 5 days worth of playtime. Like, I just did nothing but play Black Ops 2, and I ended up getting Prestige Master very, very quickly. I was kind of racing with some of my friends to see, who could actually get there. It's kind of between myself and Marksman, SP Marksman, to try and get to Prestige Master as fast as humanly possible. And we ended up making it there before Christmas that year, and then as a result, I was Prestige Master, and I was enjoying myself for a long time. For a number of months there, I was just enjoying trying to get cambos for all the weapons. You'll notice I have gold on a lot of guns. I don't have diamond on a lot of things. I had diamonds on some machine guns, but I was trying to get cambos for a lot of guns and completing challenges and whatnot. But over time, I found myself kind of getting bored of not having anything really to work for besides weapon camos. I didn't have a whole lot of challenges to work for, and even if I did, what was the point? I would occasionally get like a title or something like that, but for the most part, I didn't really get anything that cool for doing challenges. I missed progressing. I missed leveling up. I missed unlocking things. So I ended up resetting my stats. I completely reset. I started back from non-prestige level 1. But when I decided to do that, that was towards the end of the Black Ops 2 life cycle. Of course, Call of Duty Ghosts was coming out and followed by Advanced Warfare, and now Black Ops 3, which is coming out tomorrow. Over these years, a bunch of new Call of Duty games have come out. So over the years, I've kind of slowly but surely went back and played here and there. I'd hop on, play a couple hours here and there, and then eventually, over time, over the past couple of years, I have remade my way all the way up to Prestige Master. And just today, which is the day before Black Ops 3 is actually coming out, I have hit Prestige Master for the second time. And what we're going to do is show you guys my combat record, show you guys my career class, although I'm not sure how relevant my classes are going to be considering there's a new Call of Duty game coming out in like less than 24 hours. And of course, this game is already several years old, but I figured I'll show them to you here just in case you guys would like to see them along with the rest of my combat record and things like that. So let's hop into there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the combat record here. We're going to start things off here in the career, so you can see the overall time played and the overall kills, wins, score per minute, and all that stuff. So it took me 6 days, 7 hours, 13 minutes, and 7 seconds to actually reach Prestige Master, again with an overall kill death ratio of 2.56 and an overall win-loss ratio of 5.95, which I'm a little bit disappointed about the win-loss ratio, I gotta say, because it was actually closer to a 7 there for a while. But recently, I've been playing a ton more of Black Ops 2, and just the skill-based matchmaking has really been screwing me as of late. So if you guys don't know how skill-based matchmaking works in Treyarch games, they typically try to have the best connection humanly possible, so you're not going to be facing a bunch of great people on the other team, typically, like you would in, say, a Sledgehammer game with how Sledgehammer does their skill-based matchmaking. But what Treyarch does with their skill-based matchmaking is if you have really good stats, they'll put a bunch of people with terrible stats on your team to kind of even it out so the two teams are roughly even stat-wise. And so as a result, since my stats are so high, I usually have people whose stats are really low, and then as a result, I'm playing with like a bunch of recruit bots on my team that I have to carry the victory. And if I don't do exceptional, even sometimes when I do exceptional, we still end up losing. And it's super disappointing. It's just, honestly, it's frustrating. Like, it's like, I'm doing the best I can here, and we're still losing. I'm just like, it's actually been pretty stressful the past couple of days playing Black Ops 2 and dealing with those teammates. But the overall score per minute of 514, which I'm pretty happy about because I actually have played a lot of Search and Destroy as well. And usually with people of low score per minute blamed on Search and Destroy. But my score per minute is actually pretty high, and I have also played a bunch of Search and Destroy, so that's pretty cool. 33,957 total kills, almost 34,000 kills, and about 1,100 wins in total. These are some of my favorite medals: the Master Killer, Nuclear Killer, and of course the Remington 870, because that's my favorite weapon in Black Black Ops 2. We'll be showing that here in a bit. But here for my profile shot, I put countryside, right? 'Cause you see a lot of people, what they do is they'll be like, hey, this is the best kill feed I ever got, or hey, this is the best nuclear I ever got, or this is like something cool that happened to me in game. And so I decided to kind of take the piss, because like all my friends were like trying to like have the coolest looking profile pic they could get. I'd be my profile pic, just a nice little shot of the countryside here outside of standoff. You know, you got your hay bales there, you got your nice tractor in the background, you got some happy little trees, you got the barn and the windmill. Like every time somebody would look at my profile, they'd be like, why do you have just a random picture of like scenery in there? It's like, it looks cool, man, why not? Because it looks cool. I'm not gonna be one of those people that puts a really cool clip or something like that in my picture. I'm gonna make a really cool picture of the scenery. And here are the weapons I used throughout the majority of my way from non-prestige back to prestige master. The Remington 870 was my top weapon by far, because I love this weapon. I'm also happy I was able to hold such a high KD overall while primarily running around with a shotgun, because I love this thing. It's so much fun to use. You have the A94 here. I think a lot of people love this weapon, myself included. It's like the AK-47, but in my opinion, almost a little bit better. It's pretty freaking great. The M8A1, everybody loves this gun. Tried and true, 4-round burst. It's amazing. MSMC, which is one of the most powerful submachine guns in the game. PDW, very powerful submachine gun. I like it because it has a giant magazine. I don't have to reload it very often. That's my favorite aspect of the weapon. The Type 25, super freaking underrated. Look at that KD ratio with this weapon overall. Almost a 3 KD with this one particular weapon. This gun is super underrated. I don't see nearly enough people running around with it. The Type 25 is freaking amazing. If you guys aren't using it, I would totally recommend it. Such a good gun. MP7, one of my favorites. It just looks cool. It sounds cool. It's a nice little compact SMG. I like it a whole lot. TAC 45 was primarily my pistol of choice. I'm actually pretty close to getting it gold. I just need to get some kills with it without perks, and I'll have that thing up to gold. That'd be pretty cool. M27, it's very, very fun. It doesn't kick. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but also doesn't kick, so there's kind of a give and take on that. Peacekeeper, DLC submachine gun / assault rifle hybrid. The Scorpion Evo, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it. The KSG, I started using a bit more over the past 6 months or so. Like primarily when I use a shotgun, I use a Remington, but I also started using the KSG there for a bit, just because I wanted to try something different, and you know, the contrast of using a slug's pretty fun. The SWAT 5.56, it's a very nice burst rifle. It's like the M16, you know, of Call of Duty years past, over 3 KD with this weapon. It's you sit back with it, you pick people off. It's a fun gun. I like it a lot. TSR 50, used it quite a bit, then it got nerfed, and I stopped using it as much because that decreased, I should say, fire rate, however you want to look at it, really hurt the weapon for me. I couldn't use it very well after they made the fire rate on it a lot worse, so I had trouble with it after that. But I did use it a bit before they nerfed it. The QBB LSW is my favorite light machine gun. I don't use LMGs too much, but when I do, I like the QBB. It's fun. Scar H, recently started picking it up. A lot of these kills came over the past couple of days, because I'm like, I haven't used this gun in ages. I started using the Scar, and it's fun. I really like the Scar. I like it a lot. I love the iron sights on it, man. It's very fun. B23R, of course, is a great secondary. The Vector, probably my least favorite submachine gun, or at least one of my least favorites. I'm just not a fan of this SMG. I tried leveling it up to try and get some experience from it, but boy, I really don't like the SMG very much. MK48 is okay. It's a light machine gun. Cap 40, it's alright. I was never a giant fan. It was fun to use, sure. It's a machine pistol, for crying out loud, but overall, I still thought the B23R or the TAC 45 was a little bit better. The FAL, this thing was ridiculously OP back in the day, but I used it a bunch the first time. I hit Prestige Master. Then after I reset my stats, I barely ever used it after I reset my stats. That's why it's so low here on the list. MTAR was never a giant fan, to be honest. QBB, or CQB, I should say, never a big fan of it either. Dispersed SMGs just don't click with me. I don't know. The SMR, it's alright. It's a semi-automatic rifle. I have a good KD with it, but overall I didn't use it a whole lot. LSAT, LMG, it's okay. Ballista, I started using it a lot more lately. KDs with it is terrible, because I ran around trying to, quick scope and stuff with it, and boy, I'm bad at that. SVU, AS, not really fun. Here you see a lot of the weapons. These are all under like 100 kills, so I very rarely use these weapons, if at all. So those are the rest of the weapons there. We'll go here to game modes, I suppose. The game modes I played were primarily ground war with a bit of 66 dom, 66 kill confirmed, and a bit of search and destroy, but primarily ground war and like dom and kill confirmed and whatnot. And so dom's by far my most played game mode. Kill confirmed, we went on a 74 win streak in that game. That was fun. Search and Destroy, which I did play a bunch of. I like that a lot. Hardpoint, very competitive. Fun stuff. Team Deathmatch, not a big fan of TDM, to be honest. I like an objective. I like Kill Confirmed much more than I like Team Deathmatch. I think Kill Confirmed is a much better version of Team Deathmatch, so as a result, I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Kill Confirmed in Black Ops 3. Demolition was okay in Black Ops 2. I didn't think it was the greatest. Actually, I think it's a lot better in Black Ops 3, to be honest. Played a bit of Sharpshooter, because Sharpshooter you can level up very quickly, if you guys didn't know that, and then the rest of the game modes are just game modes that I would occasionally play, or I would play them if they were part of a mosh pit of sorts. But yeah, Headquarters and Capture the Flag, I'm pretty sure those were mosh pit specific game modes I would play. Capture the Flag, ugh, I hated Capture the Flag, I was never a fan. But yeah, those are the game modes I played, and here are the medals. I'm not going to look too long here on the medals, just because, you know, they're medals, and it's kind of hard to tell, like, what's good, what isn't, and, you know, how many you have of one individual thing. There's just so many medals. I've complained about medals, you know, a number of times now, and that's just because you can never really tell, because there's so freaking many of them. Like, if there was a lot smaller number of medals, I think that'd be cool. Like, I don't need to know the amount of times I killed enemy while I was already severely hurt. Like, I don't need to know that kind of stuff, you know. We'll go over here to equipment. Primarily I ran frag grenades, if I ran equipment at all. I did run C4 a bit, just because, you know, we all know how good C4 is in Black Ops 2. But frag grenade, I'm old school that way. I like the frag grenade, and yeah, I'd use that quite a bit. EMP grenades as well, because I like to mess with snipers. Like, if my lobby was, like, full of snipers, and they were all, like, you know, not playing the objective, and they were all losing terribly and whatnot on me, I would, like, intentionally EMP them, so even if they did get a clip, they couldn't see it, just because I'm a jerk that way. Concussion grenades, tactical insurgents, combat axes, and, you know, a bunch of stuff I rarely ever use. Wow, I never once picked Semtex. I never once threw a Semtex going from non-prestige back to prestige master. That's crazy. I went with frag grenade every single time if I chose to use a grenade. Here's score streaks. I'm a team player for the most part. UAVs and counter UAVs, and then I would run either a lower kill streak, like Hellstorm Missile and Lightning Strike, or maybe I'd run Orbital VSAT. So primarily my kill streaks would be UAV, counter UAV, VSAT. Maybe it'd be UAV, Hellstorm Missile, or Lightning Strike. You know, those would really be the ones I would use, or maybe occasionally I would go like UAV, counter UAV, Hellstorm, or something like that. But those are primarily the kill streaks I ran. And another thing I'm pretty happy about is I was able to hold such a high KD and such a high win-loss ratio by not really using the big kill streaks. You know, I only used 25 load stars the entirety. I used more Dragon Fires than I did load stars, right? I never ran the big kill streaks, and because if I would run them, the other team would typically back out. Most of my kills were actually with my gun or with lower kill streaks. You know, you look at the K9 unit and the Swarm, I have 5 of each. You know, I don't use these things. I don't use the big kill streaks whatsoever. You look at, you know, again, the Lodestar, the K9 unit, and the Swarm. Overall, I called in 35 of those 3 combined, whereas I've called in 37 care packages. Like, I just don't use those things. I don't use the big kill streaks. I don't know, it just, they always seem to make the other team back out, and I would rather you have a 6-on-6 than a 6-on-2. So yeah, that's why I decided to go with in terms of score streaks. I think that's pretty much everything to show you guys within the combat record there. Just about everything. So what we're going to go ahead and do is show you guys the create classes that I have been running. Now this class was initially just a random class, so I said I don't like the Vector very much, and this was the Vector class I was running as I was trying to level it up to get a little bit of experience. But these are going to be the classes I won't spend too much time on the classes and like why I chose to use certain things, but you'll be noticing a theme here. I use basically the same perks in every single class. It just, you know, you have Tac Mask, you have Flak Jacket, you have Toughness, you're generally good to go on a lot of your classes, but these are the classes I ran throughout the majority of my way from non-prestige up to prestige master, and this is my Remington 870 class. I never change it. This is how it always has been for the most part. And yeah, here's N94. You could swap out the full metal jacket for a silencer if you would like. Here is the Type 25, which I have been saying for a while now is ridiculously underrated. You guys need to use this Type 25 if you guys haven't already. It's freaking amazing. Here's my ballistic class I was running around with, but not having too much success, but, you know, just running around with a sniper for the fun of it. Here's the M27, which is tried and true, very good overall assault rifle. And then here is the MTAR, which is another class I was like kind of experimenting a little bit with, I suppose. I was trying out the MTAR to level it up and, you know, trying to unlock some of the attachments and things of that nature. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude my video of re-entering Prestige Master here in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So with Black Ops 3 literally right around the corner, like it's coming out tonight at midnight, it's pretty cool. I think I hit Prestige Master in Black Ops 2, you know, just before Black Ops 3 ended up coming out. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 2 as of late, kind of preparing myself, trying to get back in the Treyarch swing of things, you know, how they like to do things, you know, how their games feel, and I'm definitely looking forward to Black Ops 3. I'm looking forward to playing with my friends. I'm looking forward to playing with the guns and seeing all the stuff that we weren't able to see in the beta, and being able to experience all the new stuff that there is going to be available to us in Black Ops 3. So I'm totally looking forward to that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys all found it entertaining, even though the majority of it was looking at stats. But I've done a number of these entering Prestige videos in the past, and you guys really seem to like them for some reason. so I continue to do them. And yeah, so I hit Prestige Master in Black Ops 2 again, and those are my stats, and those are my classes, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video. So once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to leave a rating, and I hope you guys all
Objective parameters obtained. Well done.
have a wonderful day.